In the deepest sleep one night, I dreamed that on a beach I walked. God was by my side each step, and quietly we talked. Then on the sky my life was flashed, the visions all serene. The two sets of footprints in the sand were there in every scene. But then I noticed in some scenes of suffering, pain, and strife, just a single set of footprints at the worst times of my life. God, you said you'd stand by me in good times and in bad. Why then did you leave me each time I was sad? My precious child, God answered, when your life had pain, I knew. The single set of footprints were the time I carried you. Hi, my name is Morgan Leslie. I'm a freshman at Andover High School. I picked this poem to share tonight because although I am young, God has carried me through so many times. You see, 2 years ago as a 7th grader, I was cyberbullied. One of the worst parts of this was the person behind all of this was my best friend. She was going through some difficult times in her family, and she was jealous of mine. She picked the internet because she could hide and pretend to be someone she wasn't. I wasn't aware that she went on a website and created an account and pretended to be me. She would message people on this account saying very mean and nasty things, bullying each of them. Every day at school, I had people mad at me and taunting me and accusing me of horrible things I could never imagine of saying. This pattern continued for several months, and through it all, I had no idea what really was going on. Each day became a struggle to get up, get dressed, and go to school. I was physically and emotionally upset. I spent most of my 7th grade year terrified to go to school. My parents could see that something was wrong. I was not myself. Time after time, they would ask, Morgan, what's wrong? My response was always the same, nothing. Okay, you're probably wondering why I didn't open up and tell my parents what was going on. I was afraid to tell them, because the website that this was happening on I was not allowed to have. I was afraid they would be mad at me, and I could not handle another person being mad at me too. One day, one of my friends came up to me and asked me, is this you on this site? I said no, and I asked why. She told me that this girl had been pretending to be me and she bullied her. I then realized why everyone was coming up to me and asking me why I said these horrible things. My heart felt heavy. I could feel the tears starting to flow. I couldn't take it anymore. When things had gone on for so long and had gotten so much worse, my parents sat me down and begged me to tell them why I was so sad all the time. My mom asked, please, Morgan, tell us what's wrong. I don't know what changed since she had asked me this so many times before, but that Saturday, I couldn't take it anymore. I completely broke down and started to cry. As I shared what was going on with my parents, I realized their love and support was overwhelming. They were mad at me because of the website. They were worried about me. I was relieved that I finally told them, a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. They stood with me every step of the way. We went to the school and told them what was going on. Because it was cyberbullying, a police investigation needed to be done. Through the entire investigation, the support of my school and parents continued to be amazing. I was no longer alone. My teachers were also a great support. They came up with signals to let me know how I was doing, and they were available to talk whenever I needed. As great as all this was, I continued to suffer. Due to the police investigation, I continued losing friends. They were afraid of being implemented by a text message or something they said. But in my heart, I knew my parents were there with me every step of the way, and God was carrying me through the sand. As the investigation went on, I found my strength by reading my Bible. One of my favorite verses from this time was Psalms 3, 1-4. O Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me, and many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you are a shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift up my head. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. The investigation finally ended. My family was faced with a decision. Should we press charges for what this girl had done? After many discussions and prayerful consideration, we decided not to press any charges and let the consequences of the school be the end of it. You may be wondering where this experience has taken me. The past 2 years have been extremely difficult for me. I have had a very hard time trusting people and have been very guarded. I have received great support from my church family and counseling I'm getting. I now realize I cannot go back to the 7th grade self, but I can choose to be my independent, happy, healthy, smiling 9th grade self. Each day that passes, I find myself getting stronger. Please, if you ever see yourself being bullied, know it's okay to tell an adult. Because of this experience, I have learned so much about myself, and it definitely has brought me closer to God. As I close tonight, I want to share one final quote that helped me through all of this, and still helps me today. Don't pray for life to be easy, but pray for yourself to be strong. Also, I have some questions I want to send you off with. Have you ever been bullied or seen someone who has been bullied? What should you do when you see someone being bullied? What should you do when you are being bullied? Thank you.